Hi everybody, this is Jazz, aka Trend Trader for you. Had a great, spectacular day of trade calling into the stock tweets and Twitter. I'm going to review those trades, including my stop outs. And before I do that, I just wanted to show you this. So this is what I wanted to show you. As you can see, all these calls were made right over here onto the stock tweets. Uh, One of the call it was NUGT, BABA, DUST. So basically, if you go into look into them, you can see uh, more thread into them, what exactly how these calls were made and how exactly I was able to manage them, or basically call the trades out and take profits as you go. So let's go back to the chart. So what I did, I wrote all of them down, and I'm going to first review BABA, right? Again, feel free to look at them in there. I call this trade above 105.62. 105.62 was right around this area, right? I call this trade around here, and from there on, it never made the, actually my stop would have been right around here, 104.88, and this went all the way from 105.62 to 107. I actually put a tweet out to it's giving $2 now. So this was a great trade, never been stopped out, and you can still trail it out. Next one I called was NUGT. This trade was called initially above right around here, long above 1054. It never triggered, so that was a no trade. Second call that I made on there was a believe it was, I'm looking at my notes, 1005 long above. Actually, I said go long at 1005, right around this, with the stop at 976. And this one I actually said trade small because it looked risky. And 976 minus 1005, very small of a risk. So, and this was one of the stop outs that actually happened today, and it came down and reversed. But that was a stop out. And CVS, I call this trade again today. Beautiful trade. So CVS was called 93.56, right around this area, and the stop was at, look at my notes, 93.09, right around here. And once it triggered here, gave all the way 93.60, gave a whole dollar right here, still not stopped out, depending on how you want to play this. And I would recommend to take profits as it goes up. And one of the monster call, this was the monstrous call of the day today, was a DUST. DUST was called 2974, right around this area. Uh, this is exactly what I was doing. If you look at DUST, right, go back into the NUGT. I was willing to take a trade either in NUGT or JDST. So NUGT would have been a long above 1054, which never triggered, right? Then at the same time, I called DUST long above 2974. Beauty just ripped around here, and my stop would have been right around here, or you could have used this, but me being me, I would have used probably here. I like to use my stops a little bit wider just because that's the way I trade. And so 29.7 would have been trigger, went quick dollar move. I mean, look at this, guys. 29.78 gave a quick dollar move, never actually came down to even probably even to break even point. And the next trade I actually called while this was forming was at a 31.23, long above 31.23 area, right around there. And the stop was 30.61. Right here was the stop, ripped again 33.47. So if you're talking about a monster move, this is what you call a monster move, 30 all the way to 33.47. But this stock being a 3 times ETF, you want to take profit as it goes up. I mean, if this gave you that rip of a move and came down from 31 all the way down to 29, you better have took some profits. That's the way I trade. You want to take some off, always let something run at end of the day, so you could still write some profits, right? And again, this is what I teach, how to read the trend and how to take profits. Once it gives you a weakness, you need to be caution about exactly when to take profits. And actually traded this again, which I didn't announce it, right around here, which I profited a little bit earlier. So this was, look, from the move from 33 all the way now back down to 30. You want to be careful when you take this trade. You just don't want to just dive in. Always have a plan. Always have a stop, prior to taking the trade. Any trade that you take is very, very important. So that was that trade, and I believe those are all the trades I called. And I do want to show you guys one more thing. I wanted to take you right into my Facebook group today and talk about this nice member who I got permission to talk about, Justin. And he put out a great trade, and it was a great learning lesson. And this was all put out as a free trade idea in our Facebook group. We have over 150 members, and we're all learning. We're all learning, piece by piece, and we're trying to put everything together. And I'm trying to post as much as I can. So let me pause this, and let me bring that post up in here. So here is it, guys. I'm actually taking it right into my Facebook private page. So he on December 10th, he called out this trade long INTL starting at 1825, and he gave some really nice explanation to it. So if I just click on this, this is he had his own analysis done perfect. The way he did it works out for him, and I am very grateful the way he proceeded this, because it was just a great trade. It was just a great trade as far as the risk was defined, your profit was defined. I added a little bit of my input where he could take some profits, and if he wanted to listen to my input, that's fine. But if it didn't, that's totally fine, because that was his trade. His own emotion, fear, and greed played into this trade. So if you can look into this, he called this trade 1825, right? And then I'm just gonna browse through it, and I said, you got a nice risk reward, and are you going to hold it since it was an earnings play? Somehow the earnings didn't affect it a whole lot, or I didn't look exactly into it, if they were coming out that day or the day after. So I mean, we talked about how to manage this trade out, and I tried to give them as much as input I could. And then this was December 10th, right? So what we do in there, we follow up every trade that I call, that personally call, I try to follow it up, where you can try to learn from there and see if that worked out or not, right? So Justin Pollock right around here, and has, and I put it right here. I put a target 1873. This stock reached 18. It actually reached 1912, and it worked out really nice. So that was that trade, and he actually likes to go by JP Trading, so you can look him up, and he calls out nice trades. I've seen him before, and he keeps on doing this. So this is exactly what we do in our page. Let me actually go a little bit back, and I talk about all my trades. These are the calls that I posted. I posted on StockTwits. I posted on here. As you can see, this was the trade of today. Long about 29.74 and long above 31.23, and posted right away on there so people can look at it and learn. And then I also called AUD JPY trade on here and follow up on that as well. So as you can see, this first support area didn't work, but this one really worked nicely off of this. So this group is not just about calling trades out. It's more about providing education. Actually, it's not even about calling the trades. It's about providing the little nuggets that can help you become a better trader. And this is all we do all day long. I try to call out nice input on teaching material of the as far as an instrument. Could be stocks, futures, it could be options, or it could be anything, right? Whatever I have knowledge, I try to put it out here to certain limit, so that my paid clients don't get offended, because I don't want to give too much either. But anyway, so this is, I took you right into my page, and in fact, I'm actually going to add the Facebook link on here, so you could if you want to become a free member, right? This is free page. Become a part of it. That way you're always into the loop. So Facebook groups, Trend Trader for You. Sign up, become a member. We have over 150 members here. We're all sharing information. So guys, that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye. So this was the page right here, Facebook groups, Trend Trader for You. Sign up here and you can become a member, and from there on you'll be receiving all the posts.